Good evening, Right fans. Welcome to episode 12. This is the Ruthless Review, otherwise known as Right. If you're new to my channel, I like to review indie author books. Being an indie author myself, I like to help other authors out. Since my cell phone camera is being a dick and won't let me record anything, I'm gonna have to use this crappy screen. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? So anyway, welcome to my channel. This review is a book by Lee Conley. It's kind of like zombie horror apocalypse type thing, but it's in a medieval setting. And I actually was kind of blown away. This was pretty good. It's called The Dead Sagas, Volume 1, Ritual of Bone. And you can find it on Amazon. I will try to get a link up and stuff and link to my website and things, but this book, you can tell the author really put a lot of work into it. It was beautifully written. It was kind of told in what I would call television format, where you get a scene with you're a bunch of characters, and then things happen, and then the scene ends, and then are introduced to a new bunch of characters, and then they have their little story going on, and then it repeats itself, with other characters, and then little by little, though, you can see the whole story, the whole plot coming together. The only thing I really found wrong with the book was it could use a little bit more editing, but it didn't really detract too much from the flow of the story. And as I've said before, there's such thing as a perfect book. I have seen so many books out there that were professionally edited, and I'm still finding errors. And I'm not an editor, okay? But I can find the mistakes. And it's really hard editing your own work. But I really found some of these characters compelling. There's this lord of a town. He's like this watchman appointed by the king. His name is Arnold, and then you have this young girl who lives in this little town called Anchorage, and she and her little brother are practically homeless, and they work for a bartender. And I found her story very compelling because she's kind of doing whatever it takes to survive. And brother is a thief. His name is Finn. That was kind of cool. And then you have this character that kind of reminds me a little bit of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. His name is Bjorn, and I really liked him. And he has a kind of a strange traveling companion that he's not too fond of at first, but as there is sequels planned for the book, I believe more of these threads will unravel themselves, and we'll know more what's going on. I've often found that the first book of a series is sometimes the weakest, especially if it's a first-time book for an author, but this author shows so much promise. It's like, I just can't wait to see how much his skills are going to grow with each book that's coming. So, Lee Conley, good job. I would highly recommend this book to anybody who wants like a good fantasy tale. And what's funny is I don't even really read books with like zombies and stuff in them and people coming back from the dead, but I actually really enjoyed this book, and there were times where I couldn't put it down. And there was also a couple times where I would have liked a bit more telling or showing instead of telling, and I actually finally realized what that meant. But you've done such a great job with the world building and the scope. I mean, this world you created, it's so big, It's just, you can almost feel how big this world is. And I think it would be awesome if you could put a map in there, at the beginning of the book. That would help a little bit. But other than that, okay, I've read a lot of self-published books, but this one was just good. It was really good. I would highly recommend it. I think you know, I think this author has so much to give, and I think he just needs to reach down and let it go. Just I think he's holding back a little bit, but I really am gonna keep looking in the future and seeing what else he comes up with because, like I said, I'm seeing so much potential. He's very talented. So that's about all I have for you today. The next book I'm reviewing is I actually just found it today at Indie Authors Day at my local library, and I'll pull it up for a second. It's called The Anniversary, and it starts out. It's by J.J. Winston. I don't know if you can see that. It says, "What would you do if you learned you were suffering with a mental health disease?" It's about this couple who lives in Cleveland, which is where I'm from, so it kind of, rings home. And that's all I'm going to tell you about it right now. But stay tuned for my next book review. See you later.